suppose someone is at that threshold where they've risen to a certain level and they think that things were supposed to be so much more glorious than they are. Do they reinvent themselves? Do they reevaluate why they did this? What are some of the tips they can do to stay in the game and have meaning?
Well, that's actually, the two that you brought up are the smart things to do. One, reevaluate. Because I think understanding yourself is really important. I will use the example of psychologists. One of the requirements if you want to be a shrink is that you have to actually go get therapy. And what they found is that there's a lot of people who go into the profession because of the fact that they themselves are trying to work through their own issues. Sometimes we're not always aware of what our motives are. I can speak very candidly about the motive to be heard. I know what mine are. And what I don't want to call them demons because they're not necessarily a bad thing. It could be a great thing that motivates you to be whatever it is you want to be. But there are things inside of you that motivate you to make certain career choices. So I think when you get to a place, you might just find that you've accomplished that goal. It's kind of like the guy who's, you know, he spends his entire life, like in The Princess Bride. This movie I saw growing up, and he's chasing the guy with, I think he had 6 fingers as opposed to 5. He's chasing the 6-finger band around and because he killed his father, and he had the speech all worked out. And he says, my name is so-and-so, and you killed my father, prepare to die. And then, in the end, he gets his revenge. He kills the guy. Then he doesn't know what to do with himself because his whole life was all about getting revenge. And so I think that often you get to this destination and you kind of say, okay, now what? Now what do I do? Because my whole life was about getting to this place, but they didn't think about what's going to happen after. So I think reevaluate your motives if you feel that way, and then try to say to yourself, well, how could I reapply? Because it's not like you didn't gain something from the experience. You gain something from every experience. And my mom said this to me many, many years ago. A good experience is what you get when you don't get what you want. And, you know, just kind of think of it that way. So I don't believe it to be a mistake, but I think you need to reevaluate why you did what you did and where to go from there. But I don't think it's something to panic about.